Before I say a few words about the Medicaid expansion, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you to the employees at Earl K who over so many years have dedicated your lives and your careers to serving the people who use Earl K. And as you know, many of the people that you've served don't have other options for their health care. And you have treated them at vulnerable times in their lives. You've treated them with dignity, with respect, with expert clinical care. You've provided comfort to these people. And while you may not have a physical plant to point to as your legacy of the service that you've done and the programs that you built here, I think you can take comfort in knowing that there is an enduring impact and effect on the people that you serve that they will carry with them. And I mean that in all sincerity, because I've said this over the years. We have a special obligation here to take care of people, because oftentimes people that seek our services here don't have other choices. And so we have to do it well, because they can't fire us. That's just the fact. And you have done that. You have served them in a way that they couldn't be served at other places. And you're not going to get this thank you. You haven't gotten this thank you from your leadership outside of these walls. And I just wanted to acknowledge you for that. A brief word about the Medicaid expansion, because you hear a lot of stuff about why we can't do this. I've yet to hear a credible argument why Louisiana cannot participate in the Medicaid expansion. The United States, you know, is the only developed country that has yet to figure out a way to provide health care and make that obligation for all of its citizens. Recently, the President and the Congress addressed that. Whether the Affordable Care Act is certainly not a perfect law, but it is a way that the state can take advantage of, and it is an instrument the state can take advantage of to ensure the majority of the people in the state that are uninsured. That means people with insurance are more likely to survive complicated illness. They're more likely to get out of the hospital after complicated hospitalizations. They're less likely to die. Those are undisputable facts. Don't let people tell you that the state can't afford this. When the math is done, the truth of the matter is, when you look at the savings that the state will get from less spending on the uninsured, from other parts of the Medicaid program, when you look at the revenue that will be generated in the state by spending $16 billion of federal money over 10 years, the state can afford this. In fact, I will bet you that at the end of the day, it will be a net positive for the state. Don't let people tell you that this is a program for freeloaders. That's what you'll hear from some people who oppose this. 74% of the people who are uninsured in this state have a full-time or part-time worker in the family. They have been priced out of the health insurance market. $15,000 for a family to buy health insurance. It's just not affordable for many of our families in the state. This Medicaid expansion provides a way for families to cover their, the people throughout the family to have regular access to health care, and the state can afford to do it. And so I appreciate your interest in this. I appreciate your advocacy for the people who can't speak for themselves, and I hope you keep it up and keep the pressure on, because it is the right thing to do for the state. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cerise.